the royal titles Harry and Meghan cling to like prized possessions may not be theirs forever. Behind palace walls, a serious shake-up is reportedly brewing. Prince William, the future king, is said to be preparing a bold, decisive move to strip royal titles from non-working members of the family, and that includes Harry, Meghan, and even their children. This isn't some idle threat, it's part of a carefully crafted plan to future-proof the monarchy, tightening its structure and cutting away the excess that has long weighed it down. And let's be honest, few modern royal figures embody that excess more than the Sussexes. For years, Harry and Meghan have built their public identity on the power and prestige of their royal titles, while simultaneously rejecting the responsibilities that come with them. They walked away from royal duties, declared their independence, and set up camp in California, yet they continue to use the Duke and Duchess of Sussex titles like golden keys, opening doors in Hollywood, business, and media that would otherwise remain firmly shut. Their entire brand relies on the illusion that they are half in and half out of the monarchy, trading on royal status while constantly criticizing the very institution that gave them that status in the first place. Prince William's reported plan signals the end of this dangerous double game. Once he becomes king, the titles may well be revoked. This would be a seismic shift, not just symbolically but practically. Harry and Meghan have monetised their royal image in ways unprecedented for former senior royals: Netflix deals, memoirs, Spotify ventures, endless interviews, all draped in the prestige of the Sussex title. Without that royal branding, their allure diminishes drastically. They become just another celebrity couple with a talent for self-promotion, not the Duke and Duchess whose names carry centuries of royal gravitas. This looming decision also exposes the hypocrisy at the core of Harry and Meghan's narrative. They constantly complain about the pressures and constraints of royal life, yet refuse to let go of the trappings that benefit them. If the monarchy is so archaic, oppressive, and problematic, why cling so desperately to titles bestowed by that same institution? If they truly believed in forging their own path, they would have voluntarily relinquished their titles years ago. Instead, they've clutched them tightly, using Sussex as a marketing tool, a brand identity, and a way to maintain influence they no longer legitimately hold. William's approach seems to mark a clear departure from the softer, more cautious handling seen under his father. King Charles has opted for a gradual slimming of the monarchy, but has so far avoided the most controversial move, removing Harry and Meghan's titles. William, however, appears ready to go where his father hasn't. And he would be right to do so. The monarchy's credibility depends on a clear distinction between those who serve and those who simply profit from the association. Allowing non-working royals to keep their titles while running private empires undermines the very foundation of the institution. This isn't just about punishing Harry and Meghan, it's about protecting the monarchy from being diluted into a sideshow. Every time the Sussexes launch a new venture, give a self-pitying interview, or deliver another lecture to the public, their royal titles are front and center. They trade on that prestige to secure deals and maintain global relevance. Strip the titles away, and their words suddenly carry far less weight. They become Harry and Meghan, not the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. The magic disappears. The possible removal of their children's titles also carries significant symbolic weight. It signals that royal status is not an inherited entitlement to be used abroad as a branding tool, but a responsibility tied to service. If the children will not be working royals, it makes sense to keep the structure consistent. It also draws a firm line that future generations of non-working royals cannot expect to wield titles without giving something back. For Harry and Meghan, the implications are enormous. Their entire post-royal strategy hinges on walking a delicate line between distance and connection. If they're pushed fully out of the royal circle, titles and all, they lose the very foundation on which they've built their media empire. Their criticism of the monarchy will ring hollow once the titles are gone, because they will no longer be insiders. Their influence will shrink, their marketability will wane, and their carefully curated image of rebels with royal blood will crumble. The truth is, this moment was always coming. The monarchy has evolved slowly, but evolution is inevitable. William has grown up in an era where image matters more than ever, and he understands that the institution must project discipline, unity, and purpose to survive. Allowing two disaffected ex-royals to keep their titles while cashing in abroad sends the opposite message. Future-proofing the monarchy means removing the cracks before they become fractures. Harry and Meghan gambled that their royal titles would be untouchable, that they could live in Montecito, criticize the crown, and still benefit from the status it conferred. But as William's reign approaches, it appears that gamble may backfire spectacularly. If he follows through, their royal branding will be gone, and with it, much of their leverage. For a couple who have spent years portraying themselves as victims of the monarchy, the irony is sharp. Their greatest fear might not be the monarchy controlling them, but the monarchy finally letting them go.